Hello, everyone, and welcome to HOMEBODY. It's a game that I learned about, I think, like 3 days ago. I saw it came out on the 1st, and I love me some Game Grumps. I love me some horror and puzzle if you haven't put that together yet. And I figured this seemed like a good, solid game, solid good choice. I know very little about it, except for kind of the synopsis you get on the Steam page or whatever, because I didn't want to spoil anything. I didn't want to I don't know, everyone's reactions are going up lately, and I didn't want to accidentally come across somebody's and spoil it for myself and lessen my experience. I didn't want to have any of the puzzles solved. I watched a bit of Ethan Nestor play for like 5 minutes just to see like the style of the game, and it looks a lot of fun, and it has controller support, which is awesome for me because then I can sit like a gremlin in my chair with my legs all curled up and not have to worry about my keyboard. So let's jump into a new game. Gotta click over there, but you know, there we go. Sorry, my mouse had to react to everything. Go there. Only English, because that's the only language, spoken language I'm fluent in. Also fluent in the sign language, but you know, it'd be weird to make a game in just sign language. Ooh, coming in with some good atmosphere already. I don't know how loud it's going to be. That main menu was very quiet, so if I jump scare you with sound, I apologize and I will fix it. Alright. Till L. Keep. I'm gonna assume that's square and not. Okay. It'd be weird if it was like tilt forward, but also left on your D-pad. Ugh. It's like a Mars Attacks alien. 20. Okay, I can't judge the amount of unread messages. My best friend has like 50,000, and I'm not exaggerating, so it's just a lot for me. Hey, Emily, you're not giving up already, are you? Yes, I mean, no, I'm on my way there. Kinda. Are you panicking? Do you need to pull over? Already there, Laura. Already did. Already did it by the side of the road. Already did. I'm at the side of the road. Already did what? Panicked or pulled over? Pulled over. I've got 26 unread messages from my friends, and I know it's going to be bad news. I've been sitting at the side of the road for 20 minutes, just trying to stay calm. But I don't think I can handle it. I'm thinking about turning around. And you were hoping I'd give you permission? I would like permission to turn around, yes. Look, you're not going to a funeral. You're going to a cool old house with your friends and watch a meteor shower. You do this every year, and you always seem to have a good time. First things first. Hands on wheel, key in ignition, start driving. Okay. I really like the retro style of games, again, as evidenced by the last few games that I've played. There you go. With the sounds and the atmosphere. It's good so far. It's got good soundscaping. I almost forgot that word. Forget the word sound. Yeah, that's how my brain's going. Oh, I forgot she was on the phone, and I was like, why is she just driving like this? Emily, it feels like you haven't left the apartment in weeks. Being in the middle of nowhere and watching a meteor shower doesn't sound so bad, does it? It's not that. It's like they're sending me like pages and pages of instructions on how to get into this weird old house they rented. Like, there's a keypad on the gate, and Gary sent me the code, but I just know I'm gonna get locked out somehow, and I'm gonna run out of gas trying to get back. The cops are gonna find me a week from now, a skeletal husk behind the wheel of my car, clutching my phone. You're spinning yourself in circles, Em. You're fine. You're safe. They miss you. That's just more of an opportunity to let them know. Let them down. No. That's what makes this so hard. I miss them too. That's what makes this so hard. I'm already like 4 hours late. It's gonna be another hour before I get there. I don't think another hour is gonna make things that much worse. Would it hurt to just be honest with them about it? I'll move my microphone a little because it's blocking like one word always. I don't know. I guess I don't know how to say I wasted a bunch of time stalling because I didn't want to come and not make it weird. Things are already weird enough. I haven't spoken to any of them in almost a year. You really think they won't forgive you for that? I think it doesn't matter what I think. I think I'm panicking. Emily. What are you so afraid of? Famous last words. Bum, bum, bum. I'm trying to figure out what this kind of reminds me of. I'm in control. You can recall important facts from your memory log. Press start to open your memory log. Memory log. Okay, so here's Gary's text. Call back if you see this. We're going to the Kroger down the road. Sorry if we missed you. The gate combination is the third number down on the post-it. See you soon. Okay. Beautiful. Check keypad. Third number down. So that makes it 8, 1, 2, 9. Yay! Yay, I got into a gate with this sticky note that told me what it was. And I look terrified. There's a lot of kind of indie old horror games I've watched streamers play, and this gives me a lot of those vibes, but I can't think of any of the names specifically right now for no reason. Oh, look, an alien. No, she just has a weird head shape. Or it is an alien, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about this game. Oh, hey, Cliff. Oh, hi, Cliff. I'm gonna just go put that out for you so you don't set it on fire. There she is, the star of the show. And all my friends come out in an orderly fashion. You're finally here. Yeah, long drive, huh? It wasn't that bad. I think all in all it was like 3.5 hours. Felt more like 6 from here. We were getting worried about you. Got delayed. My mom helped me up. I ran into car trouble. It's all lies. I'm gonna say Mom helped me up, because I feel like if I have to expand on that story, that's the one I myself would feel the most comfortable just kind of riffing on and making a story out of. Stopped at my mom's place on the way over, and she was being really clingy. You know how it goes. She kept finding little excuses to keep me there. If she's anything like mine, you probably had to reset her router a few times too. And hey, I take it you got my text message. Yep, all of them. Cool. We were worried you wouldn't be able to get inside, so we watched you from the house and just hoped you got my text. Did Pete have any trouble getting here? Actually, Pete isn't here yet. He's about 33 hours late, yeah. He was supposed to be here last night. Worst of all, the owner of the house didn't want to let us in before everyone named on the rental was here. Yeah, like a server at Olive Garden not wanting to see all of us until our whole party arrived. It took some convincing for him to let us stay. Is that why Mr. Nest gave us an hour of instructions on how to not wreck the place? I think he would have done that either way. He didn't strike me as the kind of guy who gets a lot of company. Not to be mean. Is that too mean? You're fine. Anyway, come on in, Emily. Make yourself comfortable. For real, we've got some catching up to do. How long has it been since I last saw you? Like, a year? Yeah, don't keep us waiting any longer. Hey, why don't I take your bag for you? Okay. His bag kind of hit the step and I thought he just tripped. Hey, everyone's really happy to have you here. I am too. Jolt. The end. Well, thanks for coming to my stream. Now, I'm going to use this opportunity to... I'd say hydrate, but drink some Barks root beer. Oh, is it like top down the whole time? Oh, that's going to be interesting. You can use the Interact Reveal button to show interactive objects in the environment. Hold left bumper to highlight everything nearby that can be interacted with. Okay. Look at clock. It is 10:30 and is a longo clock. The front door doesn't open. A deadbolt holds it in place in the upper left corner. My. The locking mechanism doesn't have power. A yellow cable leads from the lock mechanism and into the other room. Weird. Flip switch. Oh, it's a good thing my whole... I just glow. I get the purpose, but it amuses me that I just glow. I'll come back to you. I want to investigate a little. Okay, that one's 3 digits. I know I just said I wouldn't open the other door, but apparently this one's fine. I flip the switch so my chest stops glowing. Like, do I have something? Oh, my phone's in my pocket. Okay. I kind of catch a quick glimpse here and there. Reminder, the fluid in this tank is the source for all the pumps in the house. Note, when improperly calibrated, pumps positioned above this tank will drain automatically with gravity. For pumps positioned below, manual drain will be necessary using this button. I assume that button. I'll leave that alone. Read newspaper. The Chimpton Tipper, October 8th, 1978. Is that... It can't be recent. I have a cell phone. Review. Carpenter's Deli at the end of its struggle. Pictured. Carpenter's Deli at its heyday. Its waitstaff surrounding the corner booth of mainstay customer and self-described local guru, Parker Nest. Oh, that's the guy who owns the place. Okay. I was like, why does Nest sound familiar? Some commenters noted a correlation between Nest disappearing from his daily lunches and the eventuality of Carpenter's downfall. Alright. I'm going to investigate over here. Why don't I look at that? I don't want to flip that. Check device. 1913. Solid year. Oh, so I can just kind of do that. Okay. If there's multiple on screen. Well. I press the button for the garage door opener. It does nothing. The light is on, so it seems to be getting power. Must be broken. Guess the front door is the only way out. Yeah, except for the weird lock on it. I'll turn the light back off so my phone can light back up. Alright. Let's go into this door so I don't forget. Glad I came back. It's an important door. 2 heavy gauge cables, one orange, one blue, lead from the ceiling and down into the floor. Alright. Read guest book. What a wonderful year I've spent living in this thriving little hub. To bang your head against the wall over an album that just won't come together, painful. But when it's a group of friends all struggling to wring the creativity out of their addled brains, divine. It would be great if I could remember more of it. Maybe by the time a future guest reads this, reads this, getting hot water in the upstairs shower will no longer require an intricate ritual of faucet jiggling and prayers to God. Knowing Parker, I doubt it. Less than 3. KCF, 1977 to 1978. I'm guessing she wrote like an actual heart, but it's very funny to think that in like the 70s she did the less than 3, since it would make no sense. Is that the only one? Okay. And I can't look outside. I can just stare at myself. Hi. Ah, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get scared by random people walking in. This binder is full of pages and pages of notes on how to care for the house and its contents. I flip through it a bit. It opens to a page about the house's electronic locks. Apparently they can only be toggled if they have power from the conduit in the living room. There aren't really instructions on how to do that. Hi, Clint. Cliff. Hey, Cliff. Oh, hey. Who are you again? Listen here. I see you with your poop hair. Fuck you up. Hey, Emily. Gary, who are you talking to? I don't see anyone else here. Anyway. There's a lock on the front door. Do you know why? What? Did you try unlocking it? It's not on the door itself. It's a separate machine. Oh, shit. So we're trapped inside until we figure the lock out? Guys already ran out to watch the Perseids. Haven't caught up in a while. We haven't. Not that things have actually changed. And that's mostly a good thing. I'm still noodling around in Illustrator all day at the glove factory. Okay. And hanging with Megan and Cliff a bunch. Life's pretty good. I'm glad the others are still around for you. Yeah, Megan and Cliff are a lifeline. Anyway, things are good. I was out the other night with some friends. We went to a dive bar nearby to low-key celebrate my pal Ashley's lizard's birthday. As a sentence. We drank too much in honor of the little bastard and ended up at one of those touristy pick-and-mix candy shops, which is not a good thing for a drunk person to have access to. No. I love them. But yeah, no, be sober. You're gonna end up with everything. You just get too excited and start grabbing all the things you loved as a kid, and then you realize that gummy Coca-Cola bottles suck, and it's like, why did I get so many of these? Anyway, it was pretty dumb fun, but fun nonetheless. You do anything exciting lately? Cliff, you have something to say? Went to breakfast with Laura last week. Fun. Oh no, they don't like Laura. Oh, you guys already went out to watch the Perseids? We went last night, yeah. It was a bummer not to have the whole group here, but it was good. Did you actually see a comet? Was it fun this time? Are we gonna go out again, right? We're gonna go out again, right? Or am I too late? Of course, but not tonight. Tonight's more of a sitting around doing nothing kind of night. Perfect. The Perseids are supposed to be at their peak this whole weekend, so it's not too late. Not that the meteor shower is actually why we do this. Francine and Cliff both said they saw one last night. Lucky ducks. What's the plan for tonight? We're talking about watching a movie later, I guess. For now, I'm just gonna watch Megan play video games and see if Cliff needs help in the kitchen. He's right there. Yeah, we can see. Cliff is working on dinner right now, but he says he should be done soon, as evident by him standing here waiting for us to leave. Anyway, Emily, you just got here. You should go say hey to everyone else. I'll still be here. Wait, by the way, have you heard the house rules yet? How complicated can they be? You'd think that, right? The owner of the house left us a big binder of rules we have to follow. They're pretty basic aside from some weirdly specific rules about silverware. The only part that really matters is that we're supposed to stay out of the cellar and the attic. I wouldn't want to set foot in either of those places anyway. Right. In this old house, tetanus doesn't sound great right now. Also, you and me are going to be bunking together in the small bedroom next to the study. We're not going to be up to anything for a while, so you can get settled in. Jerk. Inspect pamphlet. What's cooking? Fire safety in the kitchen. Remember, food isn't the only thing you can burn. Always be careful when cooking. First-degree burns. The burn may appear swollen and red. A first-degree burn only affects the first layer of skin. Second-degree burns. Oh, that's how I turn the page. Blisters, blotchiness, severe swelling. Both the outer and lower layers of the skin are affected. Third-degree burns may appear white, black, charred, waxy, or leathery. The skin has been destroyed by the down to the fatty tissue. Seek medical attention immediately. Did you know? Scalds from boiling water and steam cause thousands of hospital admissions a year. Don't let your guard down. Are you safe in the kitchen? Take this test and find out. You can safely put out fire with a cup of water on the stovetop. No, because you have what looks like an electric coil heater. So false. A third-degree burn is painful. True, all burns are painful. Burn injuries can be treated with raw egg whites. No idea. It wasn't covered in this. Steam burns are not severe injuries. False. Steam burns fucking suck. Oh, they're all false. Third-degree burn is painless. Says you. I mean, it cleans up quickly, but... Steam is hot. It will burn badly. Unlike dry heat, steam heat can immediately penetrate to the lowest layers of skin and cause severe damage that won't be visible to the naked eye. Didn't even get to see what 5 says. It's just ... Oh, it was up there. God. These answers might all be false, but you know what's true? Staying safe is up to you. Fascinating. Why did I do that? I don't want to talk to you. You aren't a friend. I like that I can actually bump into them, so I'm just fucking move. It's beautiful. It's 8:50. It's 6:50, but whatever. Cook in the fucking dark, punk. Hide. Oh. That's good to know. Let me go turn off my water. Cliff! You're looking at me like you know who I am. I don't think you do. Alright, bitch. Just how I open that, just like, fuck this. Don't do this to me! Megan. That lightning was intense. Cliff was kind of shitty when I said hi to him. Have you noticed anything? I'm gonna go check if others are... Cliff was kind of shitty when I said hi to him. You noticed anything? Other than his whole deal for the past 10 years, you mean? No, I haven't. You know how cold he can be. I'm sure he's just being shitty for shittiness' sake. I haven't heard from Cliff in months. Oh, really? You guys used to seem so close. And now that I think about it, he's been rude to me too. He hasn't been himself when he isn't talking to Gary. I guess I just chalked that up to him being a jerk. That lightning was intense. That was upsettingly loud. And it's not even raining out. Yeah, I noticed that too. Some kind of electrical storm, maybe? This place is really disturbing. It's really scary, yeah. It feels like the 7th guest in here. Remember when we bought an old copy of that game at Goodwill? Oh, I have vague memories of something. I don't know. My brain could be making it up. It sounds familiar. Box was worn like someone had thrown it across the room. We had to make a choice between it and a particularly haunted doll. The installation felt like we were slowly opening the lament configuration. Why is that? You had to make the choice between it and a particularly haunted doll. Yeah, it was one musty-ass doll. But all that was surface. We knew the game had untold depth. I mean, the game wasn't what I remembered it being. Definitely not the carnival of terror we remembered from our childhoods, no. But I still remember the sting of how scary it had been, and that was enough to make me uneasy. A little too slow-paced for me, though. It was more of the type of game you and Francine used to play. Where's Pete? I don't think anyone has heard from him today. He said he'd be here by, like, 6? But you beat him here. Y'all are actually in touch with him? I haven't heard from him in forever. Huh. Neither have I, really. But jeez. What? Can I turn the light back on? Or is it dead? Alright, light's dead. Eh. Sorry I'm blinding you with my tit light. Francine, hey. Emily. You know what to do about the power outage. Board needs power to open and the power's out. I'm gonna see if anybody... I'm gonna go. So if the front... do you know anything about the power outages? We'll start there. Do you know what to do about the power outage? Hell. We don't have any notes on what to do if the power is out. I suppose Cliff may be the person to ask about that. He works on electrical equipment, doesn't he? Cliff isn't talking to me. Shoot. That's so like him. In the meantime, I guess we need to figure something out. Sad that clock is still ticking. I just have that going on in my ear. So if the front door needs power to open, and the power's out, who would design it that way? I didn't think Nest was so careless, but I guess it tracks. Don't trust it at all. Too bad we don't have phone service either. I don't know why I tried to emphasize just the P in phone. And I guess we need to jury-rig it. Yeah, good luck with that. Let's see if anybody else knows anything. Okay. Alright, bye. Oh, retro. Amazing how these things feel so brittle, but somehow they last forever. Purd Mystery. I love you, Purd Mystery. Looks like a Super Nintendo. I had a Super Nintendo once. There's a strange power box mounted onto the wall. It looks like it can provide power to one of two cables that leave the box on the left and right sides, but the box itself needs to be powered on first. There's a yellow and black striped cable coming into the bottom of the box from the floor. A yellow cable leads from the left side of the box out into the foyer. A teal cable leaves from the right side and up into the ceiling. Is that Gary again? Bye, Gary. Is that all I could check in here? No, there's a book. Examine in a glass darkly. It just, like, vaguely feels like something I actually... It sounds like something, but I can't think of what it does. J. Sheridan Le Fanu, in 3 volumes. Volume 1, London, R. Bentley and Son, New Burlington Street, 1872. Green Tea, Prologue. I can just read this whole thing. Is this an actual book, or did they, like, write just an entire book for the game? I kind of hope they just wrote an entire book for the game, because that's very funny to me. But I doubt it. That seems excessive, to say the least. Okay, it's over here. Damn. How tall are these ceilings? Read newspaper article. The Chimpton Tipper, August 20th, 1974. It's happening last Tuesday. The group of young men and women Let's try that again. The group of young men and women run a gamut of creative and professional aspirations. A writer here, a hyper-realist painter here, an industrial engineer turned performance artist beside. The latter would be Clara Jones, whose reputation rapidly rose throughout the past year as a holder of revivalist happenings of the highest order, her work dazzling and frustrating poets and academics alike. Just last week, the group to which Jones belongs gathered in a disused steel plant beneath a meteor shower to take in her latest work, orchestrated with her creative partner, Parker Nest. I'm going to find it unfortunate that his name is Parker. Examine Frankenstein. You will rejoice to hear that no disaster has accompanied the commencement of an enterprise which you have regarded with such evil foreboding. I have arrived here yesterday, and my first task is to assure my dear sister that my welfare and increasing confidence in the success of my undertaking. Yeah, I've already read Frankenstein. It's fine. Read manuscript. Come hell or higher waters. Part 1, Festivities. Someone in a corner was playing a saw with a bow, poorly, and the theremin warble of it screeched through the house until the man caught the bow on the ragged teeth. It snapped with the twang, striking him in the face. A woman in a shawl poured vodka onto the lightly bleeding cut on his eye. Brow. Eyebrow. Eyebrow. Suddenly, there was a joint in my hand, as well as a fresh grasshopper. Who gave them to me? Perhaps they simply manifested there. I may have been soused 3 drinks ago, but I was in the throes of personal heartbreak, and I'd be damned if I wasn't going to have a good time in spite of it. The party gathered as a celebration of the full moon, and had quickly devolved into a celebration of pure debauchery. I observed a jolly nude man streak across the yard, a comet of pale flesh. We were artists, after all, left to our own devices in a voluminous... That's another word that always catches me up when I see it. And a voluminous quantity of liquor and acid. What else would you expect? I led a small gaggle of quite pulchritudinous young ladies into the attic to show them the accumulator. They oohed and awed and huddled inside a chamber, impressed with the finely crafted... Your manuscript sucks, dude. You shouldn't be using words like pulchritudinous. Why? Because I don't want it. So Dracula's in here. Dracula's fucking long. I'm such a good reader. I'm not going to do that for all 1,000 pages. Okay. Drawer contains receipts for construction projects. Drawer is full of bees. Dead bees individually encased in tiny plastic trays, but still. Empty. Christmas ornaments. Small plastic baby figurines. Jesus. Of Jesus, or are you just saying Jesus? This drawer is full of rocks. This drawer is full of tiny, unmarked vials. This drawer is full of rulers of various shapes and sizes. This drawer is full of rubber bands. Dirt. Some mysteries are best left unsolved. Various die. 6-sided, 12-sided, 20-sided. Jesus. Inside drawer 12, there's a ripped piece of paper. It's page 110. The text is something called The Watcher that the writer or protagonist is afraid of. Where is the book this is missing from? Ooh, like the actual, like, horror thing of the Watcher who kept sending letters to someone who moved into a house that they're the Watcher and they see all and they don't like how they're treating the house. It's a really cool story. The drawer just has an empty can of some off-brand energy drink. Oh god, I thought that was in the game, but there's a motorcycle that just went down my street. This drawer is full of tiny skulls. Probably mice? Let's go with mice. I like the duck sculpture to the left there. This drawer is full of pens. This drawer is full of screws. Okay. Well, Dracula's not going to have anything from the Watcher in it. At least not that I'm aware of. Okay. That's some interesting art. Framed. Examined the Bhagavad Gita. It's one of those words. Bhagavad Gita from the Mahabharata. Okay, so it's Krishna. The song Celestial, being a discourse between Arjuna, Prince of India, and the Supreme Being under the form of Krishna. Alright, so, learning about Krishna. Some weird sounds going on. Parker, thank you for the vials. I swear these are the last time I'll need. Do remember to change your bandages because I do not plan on taking you to the ER again. The work will be done soon. Rest assured, it is as convoluted as you feared. See. Gotta go right now. Gotta go. Gotta go, Cliff. Why am I going down here? Nope. Oh, there is a sprint. Just like casually running around. Juke him, Justin. Can't close doors. Good aim. Alright, listen, I forgot that I can run. And I didn't think he'd just be constantly sprinting after me. Homebody. That was great. Hey. Gary. Hey, Emily. Glad to see you. What just happened? What the fuck is happening? Good to see you too, Gary. Oh, cool. So, I get to know that something's fucking wrong, and they're just like, hey, what's up? Are you doing alright? I was just here. I just saw this place. All of you guys. I'm fine. Sorry I'm late. Emily, I'm serious. You look pretty rattled. Long day? It killed us. It came from nowhere. Can you even hear me? Please listen to me. I'm serious, Gary. Something is wrong. I was already here. It killed us. It came from nowhere. Yeah, just stressed out from family stuff, I think. I feel a little guilty about leaving my mom's place. I'm glad to have finally made it here, though. This is going to be a good night. Hell yeah. This is just like the old times. Gary, do you know what's up with Cliff? Like, is he mad at me? Oh, man. Is he acting like he's mad at you? And I think I need his help to get out of this mess. Yeah, he's actively cold shouldering. Huh. For all his bluster, Cliff is usually more of a passive-aggressive kind of guy. I don't remember him saying anything particularly shitty. Come to think of it, though, I don't remember him saying anything about you for a while. Even when I've brought you up. I've been worried he resents me for moving away. I hate to validate a fear, but yeah. He keeps bringing up how you live in the big city and that you're too good for us. It's all he would talk about for a while. Around the time he first started clinging to me constantly. Yikes. Sorry about that. It is what it is. I guess it's too late now that we're all gonna die. I've really missed him a lot. I hate to think I made things worse. He's probably just acting out. I'll bring it up to him. You and I both know he wouldn't react well if I actually talked to him about it. This is going to take some subterfuge, and I can't promise it'll be done by the end of the night, but I'll try to bring it up. Boy, I wish we could just talk to him regular style. Yeah, I just wish we could talk to him regular style. You and me both, but it'll be okay. Do you remember something do you know anything about a book with a monster called The Watcher? The Watcher? I remember hearing that somewhere. Crap, it rings a bell, but I can't quite remember. Maybe you can ask Francine? She's good with books and whatnot. Do you remember something messed up just now? Like, I had this weird dream of something scary happening. That would have been a welcome adrenaline spike, buddy. Remember that Hills Have Eyes / Texas Chainsaw situation in college? So you don't remember the power going out? Yeah, I do. We were driving southwards in the mountains, following signs for a rustic old family fun center. We thought it'd be good for a laugh. Yep, our smug, detached irony led us right into a creepy old ghost town. It's cartoonish. I don't think she's gonna say anything. She's not gonna say it out loud, though. So, the old man had a shotgun in his lap. Probably a big Elmer Fudd shotgun. Cliff peeled out of there so fast we barely even got a second look at the place. Still can't believe that wasn't a nightmare. Feeling okay, Emily? You look like you just did, you look just like you did when we got out of there. You really can't hear me when I talk about what happened. You really can't hear me when I talk about what happened, can you? I guess it's just my imagination. Emily, maybe you should go lie down or something. You've had a long night, haven't you? Like, we're supposed to have a relaxing weekend. Yeah, maybe I just need to calm down. Is Francine in here? No, that's Megan. Wee, wee, wee. Oh, it's going in here. What the fuck am I walking to? Cliff. Look who's here. You're not as good at it as you think you are. You know that? What? The asking questions so you can control people thing. Like you can get the upper hand over people without them even knowing. Like you can control everything. What is this about? Are you angry at me? No. Gary pulled me aside this morning and told me you're worried about me. I'm worried about you too. Missed you, Emily. I missed you too. Cliff, you're an electrician, right? What do we do if there's a power outage? Not if you ask the IBEW, but yeah, I'm an electrician. Why do you ask? So I want to get out of this place. That's a little extreme, but I guess we're on the same page. All I need to do is reset the breaker, and that's a basic as hell fix. Problem is, the breaker box is usually close to the ground, which would put it in the cellar, and the cellar's locked. Piss. So we're not getting down there, huh? Yes. No? Maybe. Guess those particular skeletons are going to have to stay in that particular closet. Do you remember something messed up just now? Like, I had this weird dream of something scary happening. What? Didn't you walk in the door like a minute ago after driving here alone? Should I be taking your keys? That thing is going to be back soon. Oh, God, that breath every single time. You know, if I'm being honest, I was worried that this weekend wasn't going to go too well. Sure I do. What? It's been really nice seeing everybody. Yep, there's a lock on the fridge. You know why? You couldn't unlock it? Did she say fridge? Did I say fridge? The lock seems like it needs power to unlock. It's supposed to say front door? Did I say fridge when it said front door? I don't know. I can't go back. I knew there was something I didn't trust about this place. Guess the fancy security system needs power to deactivate. It seems pretty dumb. Wait, does this house not have any other exits? Nope. Double checked as soon as I got here. Even the garage door doesn't work. No offense, but you seem kind of off somehow. Maybe go take a breather or something. Okay, Clint, bye. I want to see if anything changed here. It's weirdly personal about what an invasion of privacy it would be to go into these areas without permission, which is the cellar and the attic. I clicked too fast. There's something about a fee for emotional damages? Okay. This is the garage, right? Yeah, I don't care about that. God, that clock is loud. Conversation with Cliff. I don't know if it like glitched or what, but it kind of didn't make sense. Oh yeah, that's fine. The output pressure on this pump should be set to 12 psi at all times. Do not touch. Okay. Classy. Is it in here? Other than a light switch. Okay, closed doors. A teal wire comes up out of the floor and leads along the hallway. Is this the wire that comes up out of the power box in the living room? I hope so. Here's where I saw someone die. Stop it. Games that do that, like, constant kind of shifting of where the camera was, it sort of annoys me because I can't just hold down a direction because then, as you just saw, I will turn around and go back constantly. What in the absolute graphics was that? Okay. Jesus, Francine. So, Francine, I'm here. Oh, hey, Emily. Glad you could make it. Your room's down the hall. I didn't keep you waiting, did I? No, we've been plenty busy without you, Emily. We went out to watch the Perseids last night. Things are moving. Well, thanks for putting this whole thing together again. No problem. Hope you've been well. I've been good. Really busy, just non-stop working. Seems like it's been paying off. I saw Pemberton at Borders. Congrats. Got me right in the I miss Borders heart. Thanks. My third grade art teacher started writing books for her grandkids and needed someone to draw them. And we kept in touch online, so I kinda lucked into it. How nice. That's very sweet. And I've done some ad stuff too. It's weird to run across some of it in the wild. I'll bet. What else are you up to? I mostly just work. I like doing it. Hey, if it makes you happy. It does. Since you're here, have you heard the house rules yet? The guy who owns this place is pretty precious about it, huh? I think this place is just important to him, but I'm glad you're all caught up. Oh, and by the way, something's wrong in the bathroom. That's not the start of a good story. Nope. They're old pipes, I guess, and they can get backed up sometimes. They work, but there's this big weird pump on the wall that's supposed to keep things flowing. Right away, Cliff came in and messed with it, and I yelled at him, and now we're not going to touch it again. Got it. Cool. Do you know anything about a book with a monster called The Watcher? The Watcher? Interesting. I feel like it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh, right. That's from In a Glass Darkly by Sheridan Le Fanu. It's got a bunch of creepy stories in it. In one of them, the hero is stalked by some creature who he calls the Watcher. There's also this fucked up bird that shows up. It's pretty great. Do you have a feeling of deja vu, Francine? Like, I have a feeling we've been here in this room before. In a nostalgia way, you mean? No, like, literal. Then no. You doing okay, Emily? Something about this really doesn't feel right. Oh. No, I think I just need to sit down. Are you dehydrated? Is your blood sugar low? You seem kind of stressed out. You should go relax for a few. Yeah, thanks, I'm gonna do that. Wait, do I still have... Page 110. Okay. Yeah, skip those steps. Okay, so In a Glass Darkly was in here. By Sheridan Le Fanu. Then go to page 110. Let's go, everyone, on this adventure to page 110. Getting there. Hope you're all reading real well. You'll have to be tested on it later. So this is where the missing page from the study drawer came from. What do these colored bars mean? Blue, red, red, yellow. Blue, red, red, yellow. Do I remember that? Yeah, okay, cool. It's depending on how long it takes. Megan. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, Emily, but I am so glad you're here. How would that make me uncomfortable? Just like, I know how stressful it is to feel seen like that. That's sweet. It's a good scene. Francine was actually pretty worried you weren't gonna come. She said you've been really busy with work lately. I guess I was also worried I wasn't gonna come. Why? Oh, you know, deadlines for work that I'm doing. Well, I hope you're not pushing yourself too hard. You and Francine must hang out all the time since she moved out there, huh? Yeah, for sure. Speaking of which, sorry again that I'm so late. I haven't been in town for a while, so my mom is being needy. Geez, yeah, I hope she's holding up okay. But I mostly hope you're holding up okay. And anyway, we're still waiting on Pete. This isn't right. Someone else has to know what's going on. Or somebody else has to know what's up. I'm gonna go say hi to the other kids. Later. Why do we say kids? Like I'm a full-ass grown adult in a skirt and have like a blazer on. Okay. Look at things that have... Yeah, I saw... Yeah. To see if there's anything that has those color bars that maybe I'm forgetting. Why is my mouse on screen? Go away, mouse. Has it been there for a while? I'm sorry. What's over here? One of the books is missing from an otherwise full bookshelf. Is it, In a Glass Darkly? My dumb brain keeps wanting to say Scanner Darkly, is what it is, by the way. I've realized. Bhagavad Gita looks the same. That's all I can touch, really, right? Is this the same? Okay. I feel like I have to make sure that, like, things don't change in the interim or something. God, this is a weird shot. Read manuscript page. Eulogy for the chosen few. Holy lightning strikes thrice. You are baptized in the great gunshot of it. The halo of your skull makes against the night. Okay. There is little to do but welcome it, that swallowing dark. Welcome what moves beneath your flesh. Greet the worms in your lungs. Here they are at home. Look to that distant star, that cold, coy wink, and rejoice. A new you is risen. Emerge from your skin, then discard the husk. You will not recognize the thing you used to be. From the dirt and from the skies, we have made you whole. From your hands falls a soft summer rain, from your eyes a cleansing fire. Sorry, I'm going to have to check my phone every so often because I have to go pick up my housemate again after work, and it has a variable end time because she works at our local baseball stadium, like our smaller team, so it's just kind of a when the game ends. Cherish your rewards and look back upon the path you created to paradise. An altar, a chapel, that sacred place where you confessed the things you thought you were better than. Thought you were better than. The computer is on an uninterruptible power supply. I guess that means it's important. That means the dude's coming back. Next to the keypad diagram, there's a sticky note. All that's written on it is the number 12, written in thin, open block letters. Oh. I just said the number 12. It's a flyer for an electronic lock. Maybe from the 80s? The illustrations have that gauzy airbrush look they did then. It says it has an operational electromechanical fail-safe feature that lets it automatically deactivate on loss of power. Accompanying the flyer is a handwritten note. Read the note. Clara, someone will be coming by from the electronics company to do the installation. Have them set the passcode as specified on the form and lock up the schematic and combination in the cellar cage when done. Do not let them enter the attic, okay? Thank you, Pete. Parker, why are you suddenly so obsessed with security? I can't tell if you're working to keep something out or keep something in. And why would they even want to go in the attic? I want to see you leaving the house again someday. See. Interesting. Oh, it's like Minesweeper. Okay, so that'll be all of those. That doesn't make sense. Well, no, yeah, it makes sense. So, you should be fine. Two is those. 3 is those. Yay! Okay, I beat Minesweeper. A safe kid's guide to logging online. Always ask for parents' permission before surfing the web. Don't give anyone your personal information, like what school you go to or your birthday. If you see something that makes you feel funny, tell a trusted adult right away. Never agree to meet someone you met on the internet in real life, ever. Well, then a lot of my friends I have to say goodbye to. Very bad things can happen to you. Ask yourself, can you ever really know a person? Would you even want to? If you wouldn't say it in front of grandma, don't say it online. Don't open emails or IMs from strangers. They could have viruses, bad pictures, or could just be trying to play a mean trick on you. Don't risk it. Okay. Like a 6-year-old's room. That's right, I can hide. Okay. That must be the attic door. Is there anything? Who's in there? Gary? Gary. What's up? Oh man, this is a little creepy. Emily, what's going on around here? We're all gonna die. No idea. Crap. Trouble's really following you tonight, huh? What do you mean following me? Other puzzle kind of thing. Was it in the garage? Oh, cool. Cliff, hey. Hey, Emily. I don't like this. Let's try to figure this out, okay? Garage that had something? Properly calibrated. Pumps positioned above the sink will drain automatically with gravity. Blah, blah, blah. No. I'm gonna get jump scared again. What is that? Cliff, where are you going? So I made a page about the old PC in the master bedroom. Apparently it's got an auto-exec set to launch Minesweeper as a demo mode, which we're welcome to try as a curiosity. However, after we use it, we're asked to spray compressed air between the keys to ensure their longevity. Apparently we were supposed to pack our own compressed air. Cliff. Emily. What the fuck is that awful sound? I don't know. I knew we couldn't trust this place. We gotta get out of here. Eggplant parm in progress. We'll never get to eat the eggplant parm. Okay, so it's 10:50. Lord, everyone's creepy in this game. Something feels seriously wrong here. Wish I could tell you you're being irrational. Where's Francine? Megan, hey. Emily? Where's Francine? That's still open to the page I left it on. Stop. I thought he was in the basement. I didn't realize he was on the stairs. Oops. Is this Pete? No, it's just me. Hanging out, getting gas. I recognize you. Huh? You're the one with the sense of being better than the things you're better than. I understand where you come from. I've been there. You're the one with the sense of being better than the things you're better than. Okay. I am there. What are you babbling about? Can I help you? I'm trying very hard to leave there. If you're anything like me, you're probably expecting a reward, but winning only gets you in deeper. Are you trying to find a way to keep your elbows clean? I'm there with you. I see your left arm raise. I'm curious about the state of your right eye. I'm just trying to gas up my car, dude. Why was that one she didn't... whatever. I was curious. Why wasn't that one she could say out loud? I thought that one was a safe one. I'm gonna get going now. Who do you show your ticket to? Are you going to the train station? The rubble aside the train station. Are you going beneath the train station? Have a good night. Bye. Trench coat man. Who's just gonna be watching me as I drive away? Bye. See you never, I hope. Alright, well here we are again. It's 7 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Hey, Gary. Hey, Emily. I talked to Cliff about you. I noticed. Thank you, Gary. Oh, you talked to him? What did he say? Did it go well? It went very Cliff. But not too badly. I think this is just his way of showing he cares. Being a jerk, you mean? Yeah. Sounds about right. The reality is, he misses you. He would never in a million years actually show it, but he misses you. And no one person can convince him somebody actually misses him back. Huh, sorry. She's not gonna say it, so... How's the weekend been going? It's been good. Cliff has been a little clingy, but it's been good just hanging out and talking in the atmosphere. Taking in the atmosphere. Not quite like old times, but I guess we can't expect them to be. Have you seen Francine much? Some, definitely. A little bit of Francine. Honestly, she's been spending most of her time up, spending most of her time up in the weird old homeowner's weird old study. It's weird when you see people again for the first time in a while. They seem like exaggerated versions of themselves. But I know that's in part because I'm exaggerated too. Does this house give you Hills Have Eyes / Texas Chainsaw vibe, or is that just me? I mean, it's a little more austere than Texas Chainsaw, but no, it's just you. There's something unnerving about it. It's nice, but it's like too nice, you know? Been looking around for hidden passageways, or at least a dumbwaiter to hide in. The trees around here are so gnarly. Yeah, a kid would totally mistake them for something clawing at their window. We're gonna have to settle for hiding in closets if something shows up to kill us. Now we just need our wacky friend who never takes anything seriously to do a fake-out masked killer prank. You know, a misdirect. Would that have been Pete? Shit, maybe you're right. It means he could be here dressed like a scary clown at absolutely any moment. I want to ask, but I know she's just not gonna. Oh no, she did it. Do you remember something messed up just now? Like, oh, that. That's the exact same thing. You don't remember us all getting murdered? Yeah. It's... Gary, please, this time it's so much more serious. Our car didn't stop for a second. We got to the go-kart track. Cliff peeled out of there so fast. Are you feeling okay, Em? You look like you did when we got out of there. You said the homeowner had a weird thing about silverware? He's weird about everything. He left us a huge binder of instructions on how to lock doors and organize closets. That's supposed to protect him or us? That's a great question. There are grapefruit spoons in there, after all. I guess this place was just his world for too long. He knew it inside and out, where everything was supposed to be. Oh, and also, we just found out, Mr. Nest, he was really specific that he didn't want any knives in the house. Knives? Like he doesn't want us to defend ourselves? Insurance reasons? Or is that a normal Airbnb policy? I'm gonna go, like he doesn't want us to defend... Knives? Why? No idea. Cliff is in the kitchen cutting up an eggplant with a knife from a McDonald's breakfast. Why don't you go catch up with the others? Okay. It's like nothing new to interact with. Purd mystery. Push start button. Grubsoft. 1987. Grubsoft. Grub Electronics. I jumped. Ah, like Mario. I'm really bad at these kinds of games too. I jumped. Fine. Beep. 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 So I want to get the eggs. Oh, they killed the birds. That one killed me. It's fine. Hey, Megan. Hey, Emily. I feel like I'm in a dream. A nasty, confusing dream. Sorry I'm late. What's up, Emily? So those like her thoughts? I want to cry when I look at them, but I guess I'll talk about the weather or whatever. It's nothing. Do you have a memory of something strange happening? Like something in this house? Oh, Emily, no, I don't. And I promise you that I would. It's been a long weekend. How's the trip been treating you so far? It's going okay. We've been having fun, and it's good to see everybody. Everybody seems to have chilled out over the last couple of years. Even Cliff. Though he's been a little testy as usual. Sorry, I'm shifting. Nature is cool and everything, but I think we're all getting tired. I would have been content to just sit here and game the whole time. Yeah. You're not getting the game time you're hoping for? That's not exactly what I mean. I've been sitting here gaming with Gary a lot. I just get antsy when I'm supposed to be sitting and enjoying something meditative. Isn't that what drugs are for? You're right. Thanks for reminding me. What are you playing? It's clearly Purd Mystery. It's a super rare game that's mostly on unlicensed copies like this one. I'm the little guy with the hat. I'm getting attacked by birds, I guess? They're throwing eggs at me. Wait, what is a purd? I don't know. That's what it says on the front. Pado. Other than the fact that they're irrationally violent, I don't know if they're different from normal birds. Is that the mystery the title refers to? I think it must be. I wonder what the people at Grubsoft had in mind. Grubsoft? I've never heard of them. I barely have either. From what I know, they were a splinter group that left another company and decided to make their own guerrilla-style games. They wanted to keep their identity secret since what they're doing wasn't exactly legal, but it seems like it limited their viability. That's why nobody ever played Purd game. That and the game itself is kind of whack. It says it's an egg jump action game. Too bad that genre never took off. I'll talk to you again soon. Talk to you later. Cool. What door just opened? What do we got now? It's open to a page about stove maintenance. I guess we need to soak the stovetop with a degreaser for 10 minutes after use. 20 if we use oil. Dang. Hi, Cliff. Where do you think he's hiding the bodies, Emily? Huh? The guy who owns the place. Nest. I know he's got skeletons in one of these closets kept just out of sight. Incidentally, those closets will probably be a good place to hide when he shows up with an axe. Do you remember something messed up just now? Like, I had this weird dream of something scary happening. What? Didn't you walk in the door like a minute ago after driving here alone? Should I be taking your keys? Do you have any idea how to unlock the cellar door? That's a different question this time. I'm no longer asking him about power. It's locked with an electronic keypad that takes a 3-digit code. I've already tried some of the most common passcodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the lines and diagonals, really. Have you tried 666? I did. Told you I've already tried the most common passcodes. N667, N420. Who would be silly enough to have 420 as a passcode? When you think about it, 420 is actually a really great passcode. When you think about it, 420 is actually a really great passcode. It's just predictable enough to be unpredictable. Emily, I'm not going to judge you if you use 420 or 69 or whatever as a passcode. It's a good bit. But we don't need to worry about that now. If it's open, let's head down there and get it fixed. You really don't trust the guy who owns this house, do you? Why would I? He's got gizmos locking us off from important parts of the house. He's got us locked inside with an electronic thing on the front door. He gave me the creeps. He pretty much asked if he could hang out. We had to convince him to leave. I'm surprised you were willing to stay after that. I'm keeping an eye out for cameras. I'm keeping an ear out for movement in the walls. And I'm sleeping next to a baseball bat. I'm just saying, trust is a two-way street. How have things going with you, Cliff? How have things been going with you, Cliff? Words. Same shit. Different day. I'm still hanging in and not thrilled about it. Have you done any cool film stuff lately? I wish. Back home, they're not exactly trawling the streets for gaffers and best boys. I've mostly been doing electrical work. Contract stuff. You always said people who don't do labor-intensive jobs were cowards. Or you told me I was a coward, at least. I was probably joking. Anyway, turns out courage doesn't have anything to do with it. Mark, the contractor I've been working for, talks about how most of the work accidents on a site don't happen during something dangerous. They happen when people get complacent. Yup. How about the accidents we're talking about? I've met wiremen who are missing fingers, hands, deep trenches out of their arms or legs. The worst, again, is when you're just not thinking. On your belly in a crawl space, if your head or chest goes over a live wire that's 200 volts straight into your brain or your heart, you're pretty much done. Jesus, that's grim. Yeah. By the way, I've been spending a lot of time in crawl spaces lately. You don't have to stay here talking to me just to be polite, Emily. But I like talking to you. What do we got now? It's open to a diagram of the kitchen cupboard. It's a walk-in. There's a specific place outlined in ballpoint pen for every one of the ingredients. Jeez. Okay. That's not open yet. 8, 1, 9, 6, 6, 6. 420. 850. Okay. No, I didn't think I had anything I could do from that. Okay, I have a couple of hours still. But I have my memories. Because I have this combination. But I don't know what it's for. Like, that's such a weird thing to have. It's not that. Is it this? It's this. This is what I packed? I know I was in a hurry, but this is 2 pair of pants and no underwear. What the hell? It's so embarrassing. Two whole pairs of pants, huh? Although that does explain why she's like, no, it's a good code. I want to talk to Francine. Why will it not let me talk to Francine? Hey, Francine. Hey. Francine. Hi, Emily. I've been wanting to say to you, this morning I heard Cliff talking with Gary about how much he misses you and how he's frustrated that he hasn't heard from you in a while. I'm guessing those weren't the words Cliff used. No, they weren't. He was really spitting venom. To all of us. Gary talked him down, though. Is there more of those? I could be wrong. That was interesting to hear Gary speaking on your behalf, working to be sure... I thought it would be interesting to hear Gary speaking on your behalf, working to be sure Cliff would be excited to see you. It's sweet of you to notice that, Francine. Of course, Emily. I care about you. And clearly Cliff does too. I think Gary just needed to remind him of that. It was very prescient of him to do that before he even got here. Gary said Cliff has been talking about this for a while. I guess that's how he knew. Do you have a feeling of deja vu, Francine? Like, I have a feeling we've been here, in this room before. Something just doesn't feel right. Ugh. Francine, it's been a while. It has. So, how's the drive? What? Did you take the 80 or... What are you, my dad? You know, I had the same drive as you. I did it a good 30 hours ago, but we were coming from the same place. Right. Of course. How have you been? Pretty okay, I think. Finally doing a bit better with everything. Have you been making any new friends since you moved? I mean, sure. I've been working my way into a few circles of friends. It's been slow, but I'm being proactive. It's better than I can do. I believe in you. that stuff all comes with time. Time isn't really an object. Aside from freelance, I've got nothing but time. I'm working on the social stuff, but most of the people I talk to on a daily basis are just kind of terrible. I get what you mean. People really stress me out sometimes. That's why I stick to people I know. But the pool of people you know thins out over time. Before I left home, the only person I knew were Cliff, Gary, Megan, and Pete. Same. And I mean, exact same. Them and Laura, I guess. How's Laura been? She's been your roommate for, what now, almost 2 years? Laura? She's doing great. She's been out of the apartment more than usual for work stuff, but she's been good. Wild that we've been living together for almost 2 years. I'm really grateful for her. Oh, good. Is she still working in data entry? Data analysis, yeah. I wonder if I'll ever get to see her again. Yeah, she's great. How nice. I always regretted not getting to know her better. Yeah, she seemed to like you, too. That time you met. We went out to breakfast, we went down to breakfast last week. That sounds nice. Francine, I heard you actually saw a comet this time. A meteor, not a comet, but yes, it was amazing. Humbling, kinda. You weren't too nervous about after last time, were you? You mean, was I afraid of ending up with a concussion again? The thought definitely crossed my mind, but I'm not gonna let last time ruin it for me. It's nice to be back in touch with everybody. It feels kinda like a dream. I'm glad you didn't get hurt. That nobody got hurt, I mean. You're referring to the last time we went out to watch the Perseids? It's been on my mind, yeah. Emily, I wasn't paralyzed and I didn't go missing. I fell and hit my head. Sure, we spent a portion of the night in the ER, but that was its own kind of togetherness, wasn't it? Right. I have complicated feelings about that night for sure. Cliff said the homeowner was hard to get rid of. I wouldn't say he was hard to get rid of, per se. It's more like he was excited to have company. Cliff's told the story like he had to force him out the door. Cliff wishes. No, he left willingly, but I had to talk to him for about an hour before he would leave. It seemed like he was worried about something. Worried? Yeah, like he was dreading something. I don't know, maybe he was just afraid of leaving us alone with this house. Emily, you don't need to stand here talking to me. It's just like, fuck off. Okay, this, I think, is all gonna be the same. Are these gonna be the same? Receipts for construction projects. Bees. Screws. Pens. I'm wondering if there's some sort of connection between these and one of the codes. But I don't know what. Go back to the manuscript. Newspaper. It's 1974. Oh, that's Clara. Okay, that's the person he talks to. That one's 1974. I don't remember what the one in the garage is. I want to say it's in the same-ish area. There we go. I'm gonna go try 1974 before the power goes out. Although, with my luck, it'll go out before I get there. Gary. Not you. You're where evil comes from. What was this one? 1978. It's weird that there's nothing to look at in there. Oh, I can spin around. Yay. I'm not missing anything, am I? No. A weird water pump. Nine, 999. Damn it. 987. Damn it. Is it controls? Oh no, he's out. Do I want to go down here? I want to get a better look at things while I think he's not here. Cool. Times 20, 2x4 oak untreated. Single panel oak finish, stainless steel. 36 by 36 tungsten. Assists with self-organization. Deadbolt preferable. Weather shipping, soundproofing. Aluminum window framing. Chair. Kitchen chair. Should suffice. Clara, please arrange delivery directly to the house. Thank you. Okay. Okay. 10. Feels like I'm missing something. I'm not ready to solve this yet. That's fine. The orange cable from the first floor snakes down from the ceiling and disappears into a hole partway up the wall. It's the blue cable I saw on the first floor. It leads from the ceiling down through a hole in the wall. Not budging. I think the locking mechanism is controlled by a nearby device. Yeah, this, but... Oh, what was my memory? Not you. Blue, red, red, yellow. Blue, red. I had it going and then I fucked it up on my own. Blue, red. There we go. An invoice for the delivery of 2 industrial-grade Galneron generators to the house. Attached is a handwritten note. Parker, I thought your accumulator was an acoustic device. Why are we suddenly looking to generate more power than we could use in a year? Clara. Radon! The silent killer. Silent no longer. Odorless, colorless, deadly. Radon may even have infiltrated into your home already. The most dangerous thing you can see, hear, taste, or smell. Did you know? Thousands die from radon exposure every year. Radon comes from the natural breakdown of uranium found in the soil in your home. From the soil your home is built on and the water you drink. Radon is the #1 cause of lung cancer in non-smokers. Radon attaches itself to dust particles in the air. The amount of radiation in 4 PCI/L. I don't know the measurement. I'm sorry. Of radon is equal to 100 chest x-rays. The symptoms of radon poisoning will not appear until you have lung cancer or are about to. See a doctor immediately. Rados and radon. Ray-dos and ray-don'ts. Do quit smoking. Don't wait. Radon may already be inside your room. Home. Do test your home for radon. Don't let annual home maintenance slip. Do repair foundation damages and filter your drinking water. Don't ignore deadly signs like wheezing, shortness of breath, or coughing up blood. Make sure your family is safe from the dangers of radon with Tungsten brand radon test kits. Cool. Okay. On the walls come some kind of electronics diagram and it attaches a small note with a 3-digit number, 278. Must be the combination to get into the cellar. Now we're ready to get down here before the power goes out. Remember that. Did you remember that? Good. Okay. Of hollowed tubes and animal spirits. Clara Jones, hydraulic cylinders, oil, human blood, 1979. The body is a machine, the body is a house. The same blood, the same thoughts, recycled gushing, cellar to attic, atrium to ventricle. There is beauty on the well-oiled symphony of it, the furnace of the heart, the electric grid of nerve endings, lungs stuffed with asbestos, the organs swelling proudly against the floorboards. The crawl space is littered with corpses of animals and the bodies of men. The lights are on, there's nobody home. But a body gets sick. Wood rots, machines rust, houses melt into something worse. Nature abhors a vacuum and will punish you for creating one. You will suffer the relentless function of your own decay. A body made to live, a machine built to die. It's poetic. Very poetic, Clara. Right. Feel like I've looked at everything down here. Oh no, look in a tunnel. It's a tunnel near the floor that, when I look into the darkness, seems to stretch into infinity. Just looking at it makes me want to hyperventilate. I don't much want to know what's on the other end, but metal bars stop me from finding out. Ah, just this man. Alright, back up we go. To our death, probably. Two, 7, 8. Cool. Oh, I can hear him. Jesus Christ! Homeboy scared the fuck out of me. Open the door! Oh, there's Cliff. Where's the other place to hide? Oh, there's Ramstein. There's Gary. Is it in here? How long can I hide? Okay. That's interesting. It's like a Scooby-Doo kind of horror thing. We're learning things, though. Hey, Emily. Pete? I know that look on your face. You've been tying yourself into knots, running this night through your head over and over again, trying to think of a way out. You see the house with its door locked and power out, some kind of walking metaphor roaming its halls. You see me in the woods with my throat slit. Am I right about that last part? No, you just flaked on us. Don't blame you for thinking that. The power box in the cellar is almost bizarrely simple. It's just a few buttons that determine whether or not some kind of auxiliary power gets directed to the power box in the living room. You're going to want to set it to on. Okay, that's all I have for now. See you again soon. Bye, Pete. Okay, so the power box is in the cellar. Which I sort of figured. Oh. So, let's see if I can talk to Cliff and tell him the passcode. Hey, bud. Hey, Cliff. Watch your step, Emily. I'm starting to think the workmanship on this house is pretty dodgy. Be sure your feet don't break right through the floorboards. What makes you say that? I closed one of these cupboards a minute ago and the damn thing cracked right in half. This whole place is like the cheapest quality wood. Disneyland. Earlier, Gary opened the closet too fast while doing a bit, and the door almost disintegrated in his hands. Yeah, I've noticed that too. It's either poor workmanship or termites. Either way, I know we're footing the bill on rental insurance. Cheap bastards. Still nothing from Pete, huh? Nothing. Why do you ask? I feel like he's here somehow, watching. Something about this just doesn't feel right. It's not really like him to go silent for days at a time. I guess that's true. He must be having a really crazy weekend. Cliff, I heard you actually saw a meteor this time. Yeah. It's corny as shit when you saw... But when I saw it, my eyes welled up. Oh, so this is the thing you'll open about? Was it hard to convince the others to hoof it into the unknown? It was. Especially Francine. She was not psyched about it after what happened last time. And somehow my steady demeanor wasn't helping. She got used to it, though. Honestly, it wasn't the same without you there. Ah, you have a way with these guys. And last night, it would have helped. At times, you could have cut the tension out there with a fucking knife. Speaking of, how's your plastic knife from McDonald's doing? Because of the expectations after last time? Because Pete and I were late? Maybe? I think everybody's aware of how much time has passed and is wondering whether this tradition is worth keeping alive. What's happening? What's the plan for tonight? I'm happy doing whatever. Once I'm done with the food we're gonna eat, then I think the plan was literally question mark. I want out of this place. This house is kind of spooky, huh? I guess. Emily, go settle in for a few, okay? I wanted to tell you the code. What rule? Summon to a list of notes about materials that are and are not welcome in the house. The things that aren't range from, like, loud electrical devices all the way down to just glass. I guess glass is allowed, but we're encouraged to keep in mind the relative density of the surface directly beneath us. This is just saying the floor. Alright. Can I open this? Do I want to? Jury's out, but the power is on. So I can come down here in daylight. I wonder if it's anything to do with that. Yeah! Those were where the mines were. On. Simple enough. It's busted. This one I just feel like I can't do anything with. Oh yeah, the plaque. Brain not good for this puzzle. I'll be honest, I really just... made it up the last time. Alright, I know it's in there. There's a creepy tunnel down there. I can't get in. Okay. So you want to talk now that I made it in there? Nope, you're Gary. Fun fact, the spacesuits NASA uses cost $12 million. How's that a fun fact? That's so much money. Well, spacesuits are like person-sized spaceships, so it makes sense that they cost so much. Makes sense? Aren't people, like, starving? Here on Earth, I mean. Cliff, I saw you put an entire T-bone steak under the chocolate fountain at Golden Corral just because you could. You said you wanted to see how it tasted, but you never took a bite. You're the one who always wants to go to Golden Corral. You're not here just for me, Emily. Why don't you go talk to the other kids? I want to talk to you about something. Gary, we have this conversation every 2 weeks. You brush me off every time. Do you believe in aliens or don't you? You won't even give me a straight answer. Because you're going to get all caught up on what I think and get self-conscious about it. I'm not even sure what I saw, so... This is exactly what I'm talking about. Emily, help me out here. Aliens? I'd like to see aliens in my lifetime. I hope we get to see some. But I don't think we will. Sorry to be a killjoy. I hope Pete's okay. Has anyone heard from Pete? Actually, how did you guys even hear from him? Isn't there, like, no signal out here? Oh, yeah. Last time we had signal was out in this little mountain town not far from here. We stopped on the way in to eat and sponge up a final few drops of cell reception. Any good food in town? Not really. There's a Denny's where we didn't eat, and a place called Blister's Burgers where we absolutely did. That's somebody's name? It is. The owner's name is Arthur Blisters. It reminded me of the place back in town with the giant hot dog outside. I loved that hot dog. Me too. No word from Pete, though. Wait, why are we talking about this? Emily, are you really that anxious about this weekend? I don't think it's that unusual given the circumstances. I guess you don't remember, but I do. Something's coming for us. And you're not, Gary? I mean, I feel the typical under-the-surface simmering anxiety, I guess. What's happening? What's the plans for tonight? Happy just killing time for a while. It's a good feeling. Cliff is working on dinner, but he says it should be done soon. I want out of this place. This house is kind of wild, huh? So yeah, it's awesome, but I'm sorry if the hoarder vibe is tough on your OCD brain. I'm also sorry if it's shitty of me to call it your OCD brain. It's not anything new, Gary. told you all about it for years. What am I kicking? Oh. I know that, and thanks. It's just been a while, so I was afraid of seeming flip. I'll talk to you again soon. So we already talked about Pete. Later. When I'm hiding in here, can I look around at all? I guess more like, is there anything worth looking around at? No. Can I talk to you? Emily, go talk to the other kids. I don't want to. I want to tell you that I opened the door. Hi, Megan. Hey, Emily. This might be a heavy thing to ask right up front, but I've been wondering, what happened with your grandma? Last time we saw each other was right after she died, but I never heard you talk about it. You always said it was no big deal. I almost didn't come back for the funeral. I had a lot happening in my life, and it was pretty disruptive to come back so soon after I'd moved. You seemed really shaken by the whole thing. Didn't she have Alzheimer's? She did, and it had a big effect on mine and her relationship near the end. One of the last times she was even a little bit lucid, I realized that she was treating me like a kid, like I was her toddler granddaughter again. She told me time was cyclical, that soon it would wrap around and the dinosaurs would be back. Oh, God. It had to be really overwhelming for her. Eventually she figured Jesus would come back that way too. She wasn't scared, wasn't worried about the dinosaurs posing a threat like she felt immortal. They say the most recent memories go first. The older, earlier ones last longer. She wasn't scared, wasn't worried about the dinosaurs posing a threat like she felt immortal. I guess she knew that if the cycle kept going, she'd eventually be back too. Maybe she thought that in time she'd get to see you again. I don't know if she actually cared. Even before she started forgetting. Jeez, Megan, it's been so long. How have you been? Sure has. Though, I mean, the list of updates is short. Not a bad thing. Just, like, I'm still doing the same stuff. Working, gaming, having out-of-body experiences. You know how it goes. Out-of-body experiences? I'm not sure I do know how that goes. Maybe they're not out-of-body experiences exactly. What's it called? Sleep paralysis. Isn't that the thing where you're held in an icy grip, motionless as a being beyond your understanding, stares at you through your doorway? Nah, that ain't it. Anyway, I'm good, is what I'm saying. How's your dad? Fine, I guess. We just stick to talk about food and movies we like, then it's alright. Like, the only quality time I ever spend with him is watching TV in silence, and I think I'm fine with that. Have you ever tried to play video games with him? Nah, he thinks they're dumb and too much work. He's not wrong. You said that's an unlicensed game? Clone cartridges like these were popular in countries where the major consoles didn't get distributed, or were too expensive. A lot of people had no way of knowing there was any other option. The bootlegs were the only choice. Didn't anyone get in trouble for that? I don't know. Legally, it's kind of a gray area, but I think nobody actually gave him enough of... But I think nobody actually gave enough of a shit to take action on it. These things really flew under the radar, and in the US, they're mostly remembered as a funny, shitty curio. But there are people like me who are just as interested in collecting them. My hip. Sorry, I have to sit like a gremlin because that's how... the not straight and not cis sit. For preservation's sake? That's part of it. I like to think I'm helping preserve the history of these games. Retro collection is usually predicated on nostalgia, like recapturing the feeling of your childhood and getting back things that you feel you lost to time. The truth is, I didn't like my childhood. I'm glad most of that stuff is gone. I'm sorry, Megan. Thanks. I'm over it. I know your childhood was no picnic either. It wasn't, but we can commiserate together, so it was worth it, right? Sure. The only thing I'm nostalgic for these days... The only thing I'm nostalgic for are things that I didn't actually have, things that I wanted but never got to touch, or things I never knew existed. Like this copy of Purd Mystery. I'm excited to be able to play it while I'm here. You didn't bring that thing with you? Nope. Even though there was no guarantee that there'd be a dope old CRTV. Even though there was no guarantee there'd be a dope old CRTV, I had a feeling. Purd Mystery was just here waiting for me when I got here. You can play it too. Go ahead and give it a try. Video games really brought us together, didn't they? Yeah, games get a bad rap for being isolating and depressing things, but I owe a lot of good stuff in my life to them. Stuff like my friendship with you. That doesn't stop me from feeling like a fucking dork sometimes, but, you know. There's a lot in our life, blah, blah, blah. I'm a shut-in and I don't even play video games. Ha! Don't tear yourself down to build me up, Emily. I really admire everything you do. Fear of death around any corner. The fact that anyone could manage with only one save file is unbelievable to me. I always had dozens with backups. Makes me realize I was probably dealing with OCD way before I even knew. I feel you. Remember one time I spent more time in a week in Morrowind than I did in my actual life, just falling asleep and waking up and going right back to Balmar or Dragonius or wherever. That was one of the first times I remembered lucidly realizing I was depressed. I feel very understood right now. Same. Hope Pete's okay. I don't know. None of us do. It's so strange. Talk to you later. Cool. Okay, it's 9. Hey, Gary. Emily, I'm so happy you're here. Gary, I'm happy you're here. How you feeling? I'm fine. Fine isn't a feeling, but I'll take it. How was the convention? I spent 2 days in a hotel room with 8 other people. I slept on a pile of towels under an ironing board. Yikes. Still. Glad you're here. Are you excited to get out here and see the Perseids? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I don't remember how it's pronounced. Also, like, off camera entirely. I got comfy, I'm sorry. I guess so. Oh man, I am so excited. I'm all shaky, like, I feel like I drank a ton of coffee. But I had to stop doing that years ago. Wow, you're pretty into space stuff now, huh? Oh, Emily, I don't know if that's a door you want to open. I've spent a lot of time on astronomy Wikipedia lately. It's a pestilence. You're right, better not. Okay, so, to start out, you're probably asking yourself, what the heck is Perseid? Well, what we call the Perseids are actually a bit of junk that fell off a much bigger comet, the Swift Tuttle. Has this whole cloud of bits that follow it around its orbit, and those bits get burned up in our atmosphere, hence the streaks of light. In fact, some of those little bits have been part of the cloud for thousands of years. Neat! Isn't it? To think about how it went so far away just to come right back to us again. Emily, you should talk to some of the other kids. Alright, Francine! Hey, Francine. By the way, I really do hope it isn't too stressful for you to be out here in the middle of nowhere. I know how hard it can be for you to be trapped in places you're not familiar with. I'd rather be in here than outside, at least. Good point. The woods around here are dark. But I guess that's kind of how I always feel about being outside. Like when we were trapped at the Brockridge Like when we were trapped at the Brockridge Mall, remember? Oh, Christ. Yeah, I do. They built the mall's parking lot like a big basin without any sewers to drain into. One night worth of bad rain and yeah, a couple of teenagers get stuck there overnight. Right. A sleepover in a shopping mall overnight isn't quite the fantasy TV would have led me to believe. But back then you were a real post for me to hitch myself to. You being there made that night manageable for me. I don't want to keep watching you die. Same. What do you think of the library? From an anthropological standpoint, they're fascinating. It's fun painting a picture of someone based on the contents of their bookshelf. I don't know what picture you would paint with me because my books are just a little of everything. As for the books themselves, they're not bad per se, but very dated. Dated is good sometimes, right? It can be. But that's why I said dated instead of just old. This stuff is too old to love. This stuff is all too old to love, too new to sell. It seems to have stopped collecting sometime in the 70s. There are signed first editions by Gary Snyder, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, but none of the spines are broken, like they were never read. Gives the place great atmosphere. Does. There's something so ingratiating about a thick layer of dust. Hope that doesn't make staying here too hard for you, though. You're piecing stuff together about the owner of the house, huh? Forgot you didn't get to meet him. His name is Parker Nest. He seemed like a pretty charming person. Maybe a little eccentric, though. He aggressively mentioned the parties he used to have here. How some of them ebbed and flowed for weeks at a time. You some kind of drug party guy? Why do you live in the middle of nowhere? Either he wanted to get away from drug parties, or he wanted to throw longer, wilder drug parties than ever before. He kept mentioning Ken Kasey and the electric Kool-Aid acid tests. It seems like they were in the same beatnik milieu. I thought that was a V and couldn't figure out what miliv was. Though I couldn't tell if Ness saw it as a party or an experiment. This is pretty cool to me. When you met him, was he wearing a black turtleneck? He was wearing a green cardigan. I understand the joke you're making, but no. How far to the side of the head was his beret? Did he still have the goatee, or did he go full sea captain beard in his old age? Clean shaven, actually. I was surprised, too. For all we know, he's an acid casualty who is in the right place at the right time, and I'm not about to go snooping for evidence to the contrary. I promise I won't tell you what I find. Let's not go that far. Sure, I explicitly promise not to go rifling through his personal things. But if you're more comfortable digging, knock yourself out. I read something interesting about the homeowner. Oh yeah? What'd you find? I clicked that because I don't know what I read, and I'm curious. Ew, all the stuff downstairs. Well, everywhere. Plans for some kind of project. Like he was building a machine. The materials were like copper wiring, a glass porthole, tungsten lining. Sorry, what? Tungsten lining? Are they building a particle accelerator? Right? Sounds like some kind of experimental torture device. I found something else about Parker Nest. Really? What? Instructions for a high-tech security system. At some point in the 80s, Nest had some high-tech security installed. High-tech for the time, at least. But after living in this house in the middle of nowhere for such a long time, who could he have been trying to keep out? Or in? The note mentions something about a cage in the cellar. I can't tell if it's some kind of special creepy paranoia or just normal old guy paranoia. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. So I realize this is open and I want to look at it before it hits 11. Okay. So what do we got here? Pluses and minus can't go together. Okay. These kinds of puzzles. Not the best at them, but we'll see what I can manage. Oh, there's the lightning to scare the absolute fuck out of me. So it did say that, like, pluses and minuses can't go together or something. Huh. I want to go do something really quick, though. That's a breaker box. Yeah, that's the power box. Okay, I can. I'm gonna try and fix this. We better try figuring this situation out. Okay. Font of knowledge. Cliff. What's up? Have you seen the power box in the living room? You know what's up with it? Oh yeah, that weird wall enclosure. A box like that controls electrical distribution. Usually that'd be done with simple switches, but in this setup some of the wiring distribution is offloaded to the components inside the enclosure, which lets you choose where to send the juice. Looks like the power flows up from the positive and negative terminals on the bottom to either of the positive and negative parts on the left or the right. You need to line up the connections on the tiles to form a continuous path from the terminals on the bottom to the matching pairs on either side, but you can only solve one side at a time. Just connect minus to minus and plus to plus, and as long as plus and minus don't directly connect to each other, you're good. That thing is so weird. Looks like a toy from the Smart Kids store. Yeah. It looks old and handmade, and ridiculous. Do you think the homeowner made it? I've noticed a few other gizmos around the house. That's my guess too, but I don't know why. If he didn't make it himself, he at least paid someone else to. The question is, why? Seems like he doesn't want to get sued. So everybody else is just ignoring the escape room puzzle in the living room? Maybe they don't know how abnormal it is. Whoever built that thing was trying to keep somebody out of something else. I almost said somebody out of somebody else. If somebody's that worried, they probably shouldn't be renting out their house to strangers. And we should be sleeping outside. Also, FYI, the thing isn't going to work at all if it doesn't have power. That would probably be controlled from the main circuit breaker. It has a cover on it. How can you remember seeing it? Is this all just a guess? I don't know. I feel like I've seen it before somehow. Like a weird kind of deja vu feeling. Better try and figure the situation out. Okay. Because thought that was the main power box downstairs, but this looks like it has power. Where's my clicker? There we go. But it's got to come from the bottom. Okay, we got a plus to plus. But I don't think it's gonna stay. No. No. Yes? But this isn't solved. All right. It's almost as frustrating to me as slide puzzles. Lord, I hate slide puzzles. Okay, so it does show over here how it's supposed to look, kind of. Nope. Okay. I think my friends are dying. But, you know. What am I supposed to do about that? Okay, these are like the exact same thing, and that annoys me. Okay. Oh, y'all are still here. The fuck is that awful sound? I don't know. I don't know. I knew we couldn't trust this place. We gotta get out of here. Yep. That says 10:30. Can I, like, help my friends? Nope. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's Megan. She's dead. There's a lot of blood. This can't be happening. It's Cliff. He's dead. There's a knife wound in his neck. The pizza. Yeah, let's read. Francine, she's dead. She's been stabbed. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, I get it. Ugh. Hope getting out here wasn't too much of a hassle for you guys. Emily, for real, the drive was fine. It would be like nothing for miles except trees, and then once every hour we see cows or something. At one point we stopped at one of those roadside boiled peanut stands and we saw a guy ladle some of the hot nut water into his mouth, so we left without getting any. It sounds to me like you saw something that made you feel funny. It's like a therapy session? I should tell a trusted adult right away. Did a joke just go over my head? I feel like this is one of those Emily Francineisms, and none of us speak that language. There's just Pete in the background, just like vaguely T-posing. Wait, you guys don't know this story? So, like, do you guys remember when the local arts council held that mini con in the spring? Got a booth and was crunching like crazy to turn out the, little paintings and zines, while also doing homework poorly. Because I'm a good friend, I offered to help set up things to make her life easier. That, and I wanted an excuse to hang out and people watch. Emily sends me to Kinko's to pick up a box of freshly printed and very glossy, nice autobio zines. Get 'em back to the con, just in time to for the show to get going. I was excited to see how the books came out because I was nervous about full bleeds and whatnot. When I opened the box, it's not my zines. It was instead fully packed with a variety of public safety and surprisingly Christian pamphlets, like the kind you get in Dare, the ones assholes leave instead of tips. They're like Chick Tract adjacent, and people were already in the hall browsing. I'm panicking because the print job is expensive, and I was hoping to make my money back. And now I have a box of shit people try to hand you at the grocery store, like the shit we find in the house all the time. And the booth next to us saw the whole thing and wanted to read them. And I'm standing there feeling like the biggest idiot on the planet for ruining my friend's show. Then Emily fans them out on the table, scribbles a little sign that says $1, and those things start selling like hotcakes. Turns out the disaffected stoners really love Dare. Ephemera? Ephemera? Those pamphlets sold better than anything I've tried to sell since. I've still got some somewhere. Ever since, little snippets of those pamphlets will just randomly pop into my head. Don't get fried, stay inside! Radon might be right behind you. Yeah, those pamphlets make obscure safety concerns feel like they're living entities coming to kill you. I remember feeling like I had to lock my doors to keep out Legionnaire's disease. Francine, you made the best mistake possible. You saved me from having other people see cartoons of me unsuccessfully trying to convince the Krispy Kreme employees to let me have some of the burned up donuts that got stuck in the production line, and having an inexplicable panic attack in the parking lot. No one needs to see that. So thank you, again, for fucking up so bad. Did they let you have the donuts? They did not. So you really took those old brochures literally, huh? What do you mean? Radon might be right behind you. Sounds like something you would say. You're always warning me about obscure shit I've never even heard of. You know what? I just realized I need to go find my binoculars. I'll be right back. What is going on? Glad Megan has a camping chair. Or like a beach chair. It's messed up that they don't just let you have the donuts. I mean, they're just gonna go in the trash anyway. big regret. I want that poster. Game Grumps, can I have the big regret poster? I'll put it behind me. I'll make sure it looks nice. Am you doing okay in here? Yeah, I just needed a second. Yeah, you said that, yeah, like 14 minutes ago. Well, I told the gang I would bring these binoculars along for the trip, so I've been looking for them, and I don't think they're here, so now I'm curled up in a ball, trying not to hyperventilate. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured. I thought you were doing great. I haven't seen you this on in a while. I think 20 minutes of on is all I can do. And I think I can only do that because Francine's wingmanning me. It's embarrassing. When we met, I was all Captain Cool, helping France keep her shit together. But I'm not like I was back then in school. I don't even recognize that person. You don't have to be perfect for them to like you. You're their friend. They already like you. Do they like me, or do they just like whoever that was? Unless you've been quietly struggling with demonic possession or something, whoever that was is still you. Look, I don't want to make you feel any more guilty about it, but I can only talk to your friends about... Oh no, sorry, wrong person. Look, I don't want to make you feel any more guilty about it, but I can only talk to your friends about data analysis for so long. You're fine. You're safe. They missed you. Laura's a good friend, even if they'll never forgive you for not being able to find the binoculars. Come on, I'm making tea. What, did you need a pair of binoculars to find that pair of binoculars? Get your feet off my table. Jesus, what are you, my mom? I just don't want you ruining my table. I eat on that. Cliff, Mr. All Arms and Legs. Cliff, we need to talk about that binocular joke. I'm disappointed in you. It's okay. Laura turned it off. I know. You're really worried about this, huh? Like, you're worried about me ruining your table? Cliff, cool it. Just messing around. Your guys' apartment is so cute. And this seems like a really nice area. Thanks. We got super lucky. Lots of cool little shops nearby and a good variety of overpriced cafes. Will we even be able to see the shower out here with all the light pollution? Come on, it's not that bad if you go like a mile out of town. Anyway, the moon is just a tiny crescent tonight. Barely any competition for the Perseids. Hell, maybe binoculars would be cool. Getting lost looking for Theseus Major and Gonads District and all the other stuff that the magic school bus tried to teach me about. Ah hell, I gotta text my neighbor and see if she'll feed my pup. Guppies. You didn't take care of that before you left? Taking care of it now. Hot nut water guy got me thinking. That the hot nut water would probably be pretty good. Super umami, yeah. Obviously. But hot nut water guy also got me thinking. I feel like travel becomes way less stressful once you just accept that things in a new place are gonna be uncertain and weird instead of trying to control every last detail. Just go with the flow. Like that time we were out in the mountains and decided to follow signs for a family fun center. And ended up in a burned down old ghost town with no sign of escape? Totally. The creaking of a distant rocking chair, unreadable old billboards bleached white by the sun, and tetanus on every surface. Sorry, I drank too much soda too fast. I'm a little burpy. Gotta love that percolating sense of unknowable danger. Guys, guess what? I'm changing the subject. What are we gonna eat for dinner? I can go for some za. I think we can do better than za. Emily, you live here. Where should we get food? Thai place, dinky little diner with one of those rotating pie cases right on the corner. There's a super authentic Italian deli. Dinky little diner with one of those rotating. In that case, we better get going if we're going to get Domino's before they close. Crud. Okay. Let me just do the rounds of the apartment really quick before we go. Emily, seriously, are you still worried about your knobs? It's not that unreasonable. An apartment next door to mine was like, I guess, a crash pad for pilots who were coming into the airport down the road. The city shut off our gas and nobody was around to turn the pilot light back on. No pilots for the pilot light? They had one job. Taking heat for the binocular joke, and you can get away with that one, right? Anyway, With the pilot light off, the room just slowly swelled with gas. By the time the landlord finally came by to shut off the valves, the apartment was so filled with gas that the windows had bowed out from the pressure. Sure, but that has to be rare. Rare, but it happens, and gas is invisible, so I worry about that too. The thing that bothers me is, like, what happens if my lungs are full of gas and it ignites? My lungs getting, like, all burned up from the inside. Wouldn't the gas need oxygen to ignite? Where did Pete go? Anyway, he was there. He was in the living room. Wouldn't the gas need oxygen to ignite? What's in my lungs if not oxygen? Guys, I think we should stop talking about this. Oh my god, there he is. Oh, Pete's so creepy. Why should we? Listen, gas isn't some magic murder monster coming to kill you. You turn the knob and it's off. That's it. Pete, help me out here. Exactly, thank you. It's just what I'm talking about. Look, let me put this to the rest of you. Let me put this to rest for you, Emily. See? And we didn't all die in a blazing inferno. And did we all die in a blazing inferno? No. So you can relax now. Wow, Cliff, you're right. I'm so relaxed. Now, if you excuse me for a moment. Poor Emily. Yeah, I really want the Big Regret Live 2004 poster. If anyone makes that, sells that. Alright. Hopefully it's saved right there, but I'm not 100% because the mic is like perfectly blocking where that pops up. But that's going to be it for night for me and this game. I got jump scared way more than I thought I would. Because again, I didn't know like what kind of scares it would be, if it would just be like a looming threat, or if I would actually have to run from somebody with a knife in a weird mask. So I'm enjoying it. I like the looping storyline, or the looping timeline kind of thing, just because it makes me feel less bad about missing things constantly. Because I'm very much the type to skip over things or obsess and click literally everything. So this is kind of a nice middle ground where I can just kind of click, go through my, like 4 hours before the killer starts chasing you. I don't know if hiding's going to do anything. I don't know if I can hide from him for longer than, you know, a few minutes while he gets lost somewhere else. I don't think I can fully hide from him. So I think I just have to keep looping until I can, like, figure out all the little puzzles. But, you know, we'll learn that together. Really enjoying this. If you haven't purchased it or checked it out or anything, please do. I got it over on Steam. I think it's on, like, all consoles, though. I think I saw that it was, like, on Xbox and Switch and whatever. I don't know. It's fun. I like horror games. I'm now scared because I'm home alone in this entire house, and it's quite a large house, so I'm gonna go hold my cats until my housemate is ready for me to drive out there and pick her up. But until then, I hope you all had a great time. I know I did. I will be playing this again probably on Monday, because Friday I'm probably going to do Gas Station Simulator, but we'll see how it goes. I might be feeling more of this than that on Friday. If you guys want me to play one or the other, like, let me know. Maybe it'll sway my decision. But I've been Cupid's Horse. This has been Homebody, put out by the Game Grumps a week ago. And until next time, goodbye.